welcome to Build Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Britt Lauren.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Today we're going to talk about Brit and Co's annual Year in Women profiles, why holiday classic Baby It's Cold Outside is getting the cold shoulder from a radio station, and the reason Friends fans were threatening to cancel their Netflix subscriptions. Plus, multi-talented and vivacious Trinitee Stokes joins the table to discuss her new book, Bold and Blessed, How to Stay True to Yourself and Stand Out from the Crowd. But first,
it's our 100th episode.
Yay!
And we have Brit here.
Wow, I'm so honored to be here.
Happy 100.
Happy 100. We're so old.
We're 100 years old.
I'm surprised we made it past 10, honestly.
Honestly, it was touch and go for a while, guys.
It was touch and go there at the beginning.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy that we've had that many shows. It feels like a blink.
What are your favorite topics that you've talked about today?
We're just sitting here like, it's crazy. We've had so many shows. It's just like insane. Think about this stuff.
I love when we get in heated debates over like the Kardashians or like
Housewives Huddle was my favorite. That was pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
I like when we get into it a little bit.
Yeah.
I love when we talk about, what do you call it, pop culture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite part when I'm like, we're really covering some pop culture news.
Yes,
That's
I love
my
when it's
favorite
the
part.
latest topics in entertainment.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Any guests that you guys have loved?
Dasha Polanco, I think we all really love.
Yeah.
From
Carla
Disney
Hall.
Black. Carla Hall, we love.
Awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
I like when we go completely off subject. Topic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a favorite. My
That is
favorite.
Like in
actually
general.
the most.
Yeah.
I love when you fall out of your chair.
Oh, I'll never forget that.
When we go off topic and our producer's like, rap.
Or Shannon's childhood Shannon stories always get me.
Shannon stories.
I can't look at a bottle of Vicks the same way now.
Vicks.
Póntale Vicks.
Pontal Vicks. Yeah, that's our theme song. Oh, God.
Love you guys.
Oh,
So
cheers.
happy.
Cheers.
Cheers
to
again.
Forever.
Let's drink.
Yeah.
100,000 more.
Exactly.
100,000. 1 million more.
Build Brunch for life. But in other news, it's official. Nick Jonas and Priyanka Chopra are now man and wife. The two tied the knot in what was truly a royal affair. The lavish wedding took place in a palace in India and saw the couple exchange vows over a weekend filled with song and dance. Congrats, Niyanka!
Yay!
Nick Yanka.
Yeah,
Niyanka?
I said Niyanka
I think
because I
Niyanka's
saw
better.
that online and I think it's better than Nick Yanka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Niyanka.
Niyanka.
Ah.
It's cuter than Nick Yanka. It's like Niyanka.
I like Prick.
Oh.
Yeah, Prick is good.
That's another option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these two really did it. They really did it. They went out and they had a fake wedding.
Yeah.
I don't think I can't
Two
believe it.
weddings.
Yeah, I can't believe this. I don't believe them.
2 weddings. The one.
That's typical though.
That's typical for fake weddings.
No, a lot of my friends who have Indian weddings
Right.
also have a
Yeah.
traditional
A Western,
Christian wedding
yeah.
or whatever.
Was
They
it on
do
the same day?
No, they
No.
did it on different days.
Separate
Yeah,
days.
typical Indian weddings last a couple of days.
Yeah.
There's different ceremonies for each day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, so I have something to talk about. So did you guys see the Newlyweds video that they released?
Yes.
On People magazine,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
of them like playing the Newlyweds game? After I watched that, I really didn't like Nick.
Oh.
Really? Why?
He was
He's
being
not
so
smart.
weird in it. Like, he was just being so, like, serious.
Yeah.
And I, like, didn't expect that from him.
That's the vibe.
I thought he was gonna be, like, more like, he was just like, I can't do it. It was just really
He's
weird.
very much like, well, this is what I put.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
And he
I
was like,
guess
it
if
says,
I
like,
have to
you're
do this
wonderful.
for my wife.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Aren't you a Jonas bro? I don't know. Like, I
Trying to
got...
outgrow the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
He's being like cool Nick now. He's a
Yeah.
husband.
I know, he was so serious. I just
Yeah.
didn't expect that. And then she's just, like, bubbly, but also, I do not understand
They're an interesting couple. Yeah, so they basically started tweeting in 2016. They met in 2017 when Ralph Lauren invited them to the Met Gala, who then Ralph Lauren basically sponsored the wedding and designed all their clothes or whatever. And then 4 months later...
They met in an Oscars after party.
Yeah.
Right, and then they went to the Met Gala together, whatever.
Because it
And
was
then-
in the Newlyweds game.
Right. Okay. And then 4 months, they dated for 4 months, now they're married. I'm happy for them. I still think he's like my age. I still can't believe he's married to, the successful older woman, and this is really real. They're gonna have, she's talking about kids. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine. Oh my God, maybe he's just a mature guy.
How
That's why
old
he's
is she?
Yeah, I think he is.
35?
Yeah.
She's 35.
Yeah.
so.
And he's 20, 25, 26,
Yeah.
or 30.
Divide by 2 and add 7. Do you know that rule?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that
So it
rule?
works. It's the minimum age you can date. You divide the oldest age by 2 and add 7.
And that's what you should date.
So
yeah.
35 divided by 2 is 17 and a half plus 7, so that's 24 and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, she did it.
Is that law?
great.
Is that,
Yeah.
That's like
law.
Wait,
what everyone
you divide
knows.
your own age by 2 and add 7?
Yeah, and that's the minimum age you can date or marry.
Yeah.
Makes
A
sense.
lot of people disagree with that.
I am here.
So I could date a 19-year-old.
I think that'd be
Yeah.
fair.
You could if
It's
you
legal.
wanted to.
Yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm all for this couple. I think the Nick Jonas that you're seeing is what I actually like about him. After he left the Joe Bros, he's like more sultry and is doing more R&B, and he's just like a little more sexy. So that seriousness to me is like sultriness, which is what she's probably into because he carries himself like a much older man.
Yeah.
But he looks like a baby boy.
Britney is like, ooh, older man.
I really liked the video they did for Vogue where she was doing different dance moves, and he did a version of Close that was really nice and slowed down. And the video reminded me the reason why I love Nick Jonas is because he's so talented.
Right.
And I got really excited for him to be a married man and be making new music. I feel like that's gonna be really exciting.
Also, he got started when he was so young. So for us, maybe he seems young, but I feel like these people that start in the music industry or Hollywood when they're like 14, he really has lived like a life already.
As we were talking about this morning, Miley Cyrus is 26.
Yeah.
That woman has lived many a life.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Exactly.
so he probably is tired.
Yeah.
Want to settle down.
He's ready to settle
Can
down.
we talk about her veil?
Yeah, I was gonna say the veil.
The veil.
So
there were like
beautiful.
8 people holding it down the aisle. Can you believe? Is that the longest veil that's ever been made? Guinness record,
It
you
was
think?
so beautiful.
It might be.
I don't know.
It was all. I'm all for an epic veil.
Yeah?
You
I'm
are?
not surprised. Know that. I mean, I love a veil.
Yeah?
And
I'm
Wait.
not surprised by that because that sort of goes with your like papal interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, you know, my papal, my papal, like, wanted to be the pope. When I was at my godmother's wedding, I got to hold her veil. It was like the best moment of my life. It was awesome.
Wow, curveball.
There you go.
Well, moving on between the Time's Up movement and the changing faces of Congress, 2018 has been a huge year for women. Every year, Brit and Co reflects on the biggest female change makers and women's issues in the news with their Year in Women package. So today on Build Brunch with Brit, we'll discuss some of our own influential women of 2018 and their impact. I love this. So explain why
Yeah.
you guys decided to focus on women.
Well, obviously, as a company, we really care about women and pushing women forward, and we started to just chronicle the milestones and people who changed the year of women every year. So for 2018, we've got lists ranging from like Emma Gonzalez, from the Parkland shootings to the Time's Up ladies, the Black Panther ladies, but also just like some of the big milestones like Time's Up and like some of the things that happen in Washington. And we really go deep on every topic and every person, profile them, and put it all up on Brit.co/Year in Women as our Brit and Co package every year.
Yeah, so let's talk about some of the women that you guys profiled. The first one is Emma Gonzalez, who we all saw speaking out passionately after the Parkland shooting, and I think she really became a face of the movement. And she had so many different layers too, which is why I think she was such an impactful person.
Yeah, with all the shootings this year, I think like Gen Z just really rose up so much, and Emma was kind of just like spearheading a bunch of that for that generation. I'm excited to see what happens next. I mean, they've built their Instagram accounts and Twitter accounts and these lobbying Congress and the Hill, and so I really think that Gen Z is going to make a huge movement forward even in 2019 and beyond. I can't imagine high school shootings are over, which sadly, but I think that more and more people are really excited about fighting against it and gun reform in America. So that was a big one. We also had Serena Williams, like I mentioned. She was probably one of my favorites. I watched the HBO documentary, if you haven't seen it yet. Being Serena. It's a 5-part series. I mean, she came out of like motherhood. She had been, taking time off from her game, came back, argued against the ref, just really stood up for herself. And I think that was something that a lot of women looked at and we're like, I should do that for myself, whether it's a small moment in the office all the way to like playing on the court, like standing up for yourself, having a voice, and being a strong woman and a mother, and showing people that that's okay.
Yeah, we've talked about Serena a lot here. I mean, she was just on the cover of, was it GQ?
GQ.
And they named her like Woman of the Year.
Yeah.
So I think when you're able to see a woman then be honored by a men's magazine as like a leader for the year, is like, she's doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest
That was
athlete
really
ever, really,
know.
arguably.
Hands
really
down.
Is, yeah.
I agree. Who else is on this list? Oh, Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle. I mean, the
We
royal
talk about
wedding.
Meghan like daily here.
How could
Double
you not?
M, Eminem. I mean, the royal wedding. There's so many things about that, and her family and her background and being American. And I mean, everyone was all about that. Wasn't it, like, didn't it made some history with, like, the #1 TV tune-in or something of the year? Exactly.
The ratings were through the roof.
Something like that. And, of course, now she's pregnant, so that all
The wedding
happened
broke a
too.
lot of boundaries to the royal family, having a
Exactly.
baptist fire and everything. She was great.
Exactly. And, like,
So moving.
brought our countries together a little bit more.
My favorite
in a random way.
moment from that wedding is still Prince Charles helping her mom out of the pews.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, look at these families bonding.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
We've got the Black Panther women. I think I think Black Panther was probably one of the top movies of the year. This could
If
be
not the top.
Yeah.
like, do you think it's the top?
I do.
You think?
Because we're still talking about it, and it feels like it was like over a year ago, but it was just this year.
I mean,
Yeah.
I liked A Star Is Born too. I finally saw it, and
Oh, it's good.
Lady Gaga's not on our list, but I would sort of put her on the list because she really broke some boundaries in
Yeah.
terms of what she's done,
Yeah.
and singing and acting. So I love that one. And then of course we have kind of entertainment stars like Busy Phillips and Cardi B, who really pushed their own personal brands forward using platforms like Instagram to have a voice and to show women that they can be real and authentic and yet still like be an entertainer and live a successful life.
Yeah, that late night space is something that I think we
course.
all watch really closely.
Yeah.
Have you guys been watching Busy, by the way?
I watched the first week a little bit. You know, it's really a personable show that's all about her and just like talking to, she's just talking casually to her friends. So I kind of like that. It's different than the other late night hosts. She's
Yeah.
definitely not doing Samantha Bee's Game. No one can do Samantha Bee's Game. So she's doing like her own thing, which is pop culture. It's busy. It's trying to be like her Instagram account. So if you like her Instagram account, you're gonna like her show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the show.
I feel like my problem is I think her Instagram is so fulfilling that I forget to go see the show because I'm like, I think she does a great job on Instagram.
Right.
It's like a show. So sometimes I'm just caught
Totally
up in
is.
that.
I just watch her working out. Like,
Yeah.
like almost every day she's posting a workout video and I'm staring at her doing like thigh raises. I'm so intrigued. Like, what is
Cardi
this?
B is another good one, too.
Cardi B.
We were listening to Cardi B this morning.
When she,
Yeah.
Allie
Money?
really raps Cardi B really well.
Thank you. I like that song, Money, but there's no tune. It's just like, I need money. I need money. I need it. And I'm like, this is a song? I don't know. It just feels like a track, but
I mean,
anyways, I guess she's good.
Yeah, her Nicki Minaj videos were just unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
she's literally dealing out receipts to Nicki Minaj about that whole feud. I mean, I like Nicki too, but that was, Cardi B just is like, she lays it all out there. Like,
Yes.
she's not hiding anything.
Her boldness is what we love, and I guess what maybe some people don't love about her, but I do love that she's like, I'm gonna have this baby, I'm gonna come back bigger than ever, and she did that.
Yeah.
And she's not afraid to take on people in the industry who maybe are the leaders,
Yeah.
and that's very bold and controversial, but
You know who that reminds me of, who we should be honoring this year? Stacey Abrams.
That's
oh
it.
yes.
What a good woman to be, who just to have on your radar. That race in Georgia, the runoff is.
She ran a progressive campaign that if it wasn't for voter suppression, she would be the next governor of Georgia. It's unfortunate. She's awesome when she's not done with her, but that gets me thinking of all the women in politics. This was
my
the year of the
God.
women.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is my favorite senator right now. Her performance in Senate Judiciary Committee, of course, Dr. Ford, that was an incredible, she's a hero, Dr. Ford, and
Yeah.
Kamala, hopefully maybe running for president, we'll see. But then in Congress, 100 women ran. You have Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, the
Yes.
youngest woman ever elected to
We need
Congress.
to get her on this show, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, she would be-
my God,
and
she
If
would
you're
kill
watching,
it.
we would love for you to come sit and chat with us.
Talk
'cause
with
she's
another,
local and
another
not-
person with an amazing Instagram that you should follow. She really takes you behind the scenes. You have Ayanna Pressley, the first black woman elected from Massachusetts. Ilan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, I pronounced the name wrong, but the first Muslim women. Like, it was such an incredible year. And of course, my girl, we know her, we love her. She's old, but Nancy Pelosi's returning to the speakership
You're
likely.
gonna say Jessica Lange.
know her, we love her.
We know we love her. She's been around for a while, but we're gonna have a woman, the third most powerful position in government. I think it's gonna be a really big. It's been a big year for women in government.
I'm gonna throw in
really
Maxine
excited.
Waters too, just because
Of
she
course.
is always holding it down.
And RBG.
RBG, yeah.
RBG.
Yes.
I'm dedicating whatever body organ she needs to survive for the rest.
Like I think it's like a rib.
If she
You got
needs
one?
my kidney, I think she can take part of my liver and else
Exactly.
survive, like whatever she needs.
Yeah, RBG.
Yeah, you could just kill me. Just take whatever you need. I can die for this.
Yeah, it's like you have to give up a life to save a life. Like, yeah, done.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking about butts all day. Like, just take my organs.
It was such a good year for women in government. It was such a good, optimistic end to this year.
We just gotta keep it going.
Yeah, we gotta keep it going.
With all these women, I think we just gotta make sure that 2018 isn't some special moment, that it
No.
like continues.
I think it is. I mean, I think the theme around it is just like the boldness of women really standing up, having a voice, like Cardi B, all the way to these women in Congress.
Yeah.
So if anything, all you women watching out there, please, like, be bold, have a voice, speak up for
Yes.
yourself, like, it is like leaning on crack these days. So 2019, I think, is going to be even stronger.
I agree.
Absolutely. Well, a new report from Jezebel revealed that a Cleveland radio station has decided not to play the classic holiday tune, Baby It's Cold Outside, due to the song's manipulative messaging. Let's break it down. So, as you guys know, the song, you know, it's basically this guy saying it's really cold out, so you should stay. And she's like, no, I have to go. And he's like, no, it's cold out there, stay.
Yeah.
And the implications are, I guess, if she stays, they'll sleep together?
No, but he's offering her a drink. He's like, just one more drink, stay. And she's like, my mom and dad are at home. Like, she's 14, I think.
Oh my God, she's 14?
She sounds very young.
I think she's still lives at home with her mom
I did
and
not know
dad.
that part.
Wow,
She
it
is
gets
a
worse and
child
worse.
bride.
Yeah.
She says, my mother and father are like waiting at home. Like,
And I think she says, like, my parents will be suspicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
So here's my take on this. I think that I love this song. It is a good song. I like how it sounds. I've listened to it and I have sung along before. However, the implications of this song are undeniable and totally fucked up. I was trying not to curse tonight. They're totally effed up. And I think it is a little ridiculous for a radio station to not play the song. However, times are changing.
Yeah.
Society's changing. Words you used to be able to say, you can't say anymore. Things you used to be able to watch, you can't watch anymore. So this kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's not.
It's fine. I can let go of the song.
Christmas is okay. Christmas is supposed to be about like Jesus and stuff. This song is not some biblical song that's been passed down from generations. It's like 60 years old. We don't have to listen to it again. And if you want to listen to it, play it on your phone. Who listens to the radio anymore? Why does it matter? Like, the radio station doesn't play it, great. Plug in your phone and listen to it. Like, it's such a stupid, like, a radio station doesn't want to play the song. It's a weird, creepy song. And, like, yeah, we've all enjoyed it, but I'm not going to miss it. Listen to Mariah Carey for the 100th time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Even if this radio station never plays it ever again, we're still going to hear it in lots of places. So whoever's crying about this, don't worry about it. You're going to be okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, rape culture is still thriving. Chill.
I also want somebody to just rewrite the lyrics because what we love is the melody, right?
Yeah.
So it's about baby, it's cold outside. Well, nobody likes to go outside in the winter.
Yeah.
So why can't the voice be like, let's go build a snowman? It's like, no, it's cold outside. And we would still love it.
Yeah, right.
I love being
Or they could
sober.
change. Or they could switch,
to
like,
sex.
the girl can be the guy's voice. They could switch.
They
I
could
feel like that would be
switch.
better.
No,
so the girls
sexually
learn him.
harassing men isn't better. Okay. That's not the
year of
answer,
bold
Brit.
women.
That's not the answer.
The year of bold women. Come on.
No, guys, sexual harassment is bad both ways.
Right, yeah, that
Or
was.
be like, do you want, like,
I usually agree with you, but that really wasn't a fix. But,
Lyrics.
Why don't we harass men? Let's tie men up and make them drink and make out with us.
well, it could be about so many. Baby, it's cold outside. Well, do you have a fleece?
That's what I'm saying, like,
Something
let's
like
go
that.
for a drive.
can
it's
I,
cold
can I have some hot
outside.
sauce?
I have a heating pad. It could just be like nice things for on our way home. That's it.
Yes.
Or it could just be between, I don't know, it doesn't have to be between lovers. It could be brother and sister. Brother, it's cold in here. I know our parents don't pay for heat. You know what I mean? It could be so many things.
I think we have to rewrite it and release it. And then it's gonna
Should
catch
do
on.
that.
When you think about it, it
I
is
think
so
so.
messed up.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so.
Have
Guys, I
another
have a
drink.
recording studio in my basement.
Oh, we're
So if
gonna
you all
want to
come to my
Sweet.
basement.
I could do a good Britney Spears impersonation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And you can basically just be like,
Baby, it's cold outside.
whoa.
Good.
Oh.
Oh my
You
God.
can do that, and
Throw
I'll do
that
like
in a little bit.
Louis Armstrong.
That's good.
Baby, it's cold outside.
That's right. And I can be Steve from Sex and the City. Miranda, come on. We haven't had sex in a year.
Oh my gosh, that's the most random impersonation ever.
Thank you.
really good though. It's really good.
I think
Can we talk about songs with other alternative meanings? I just learned that, you know that song, Closing Time?
Oh, yeah.
Where you think it's about going home from the bar. It's actually about a baby escaping the womb because it's about to, like, it needs to get out because it's going to close up. Yeah.
The vagina was closing?
Like Semisonic, the guy from Semisonic, his wife was having a baby, and he's like, I just thought it'd be funny to be like, it's closing time, time to get out.
Wait, that's weird because doesn't he say you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here? So
It's got to get out.
So the baby's not gonna go home. It's getting kicked out onto the streets.
Yeah,
this
like
is
it's gotta
worse
get
than
out
baby.
of
It's cold outside.
Stop. Whoa, that just changed my whole world.
I know. You think it's about a bar? No.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Get
about childbirth.
out of the body.
I mean, it's not like a bad thing. It's just like
It's
From the
fine.
hospital.
It's just
Yeah.
unexpected.
but like having a
from the
beer, being like,
Yeah,
I
take me.
know.
Yeah. Wait. That makes no sense. Who did the baby wants to be taken home from the hospital?
I think we can't take it too literally.
Well, you know what? I mean, I didn't open up this can of worms.
Yeah.
Britt, you're a
saying.
mom. You brought this baby song
I wanted to
the
take
table.
closing time. My baby was 2 weeks late, and I was like, it is closing
Yeah.
time. You got to get out.
Right,
So
okay.
I feel semi-sorry.
That's like Hotel California is about heroin addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That when I found that, because I used to, my
We
best
knew
friend
that,
had a
Brittany.
karaoke machine growing up. I'm just saying, she had a karaoke machine growing up, and I grew up singing that song as a child, and then I got to like 16 or 17,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, that's dark.
Semi-charmed life is about doing crystal meth and then like until you break. Crystal meth.
Well, they say that in that one.
But they say it so fast.
They try to sneak it by you.
They're like,
though.
we're like, you guys, happy birthday's about birthday. It's really weird.
I mean, this is a groundbreaking show where we
Yeah.
really reveal a lot of hidden truths.
Well, anyway, Friends.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Na, 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 na. Will always be there for you, just not on Netflix. Or so it seemed. Fans of the hit 1990s sitcom worked themselves to a tizzy yesterday over reports claiming that the show is leaving the streaming giant on January 1st. After a major internet uproar, Netflix ultimately announced a renewal to keep the sitcom through the end of next year, tweeting, "The holiday armadillo has granted your wish. Friends will still be there for you in the US throughout 2019.
Oh my god.
Thank God, because when I heard about this, I freaked out.
That's not true because I actually told you and you were like, I got the DVDs, shut up. And I was like, oh, okay, I was
You have a
scared
DVD
for you.
player?
Wait.
Yeah, I told you
No,
on
I
the
do.
show.
No, this is what happened. I do own all the DVDs, so
Yes.
I have safety.
Oh, okay, because I
You're
gave
good.
you this news like 2 months ago.
I do have the DVDs, but when I heard this yesterday, sorry if I didn't hear when you said this to me, or I
You
don't
did,
remember.
and you were like, I got the DVDs.
Okay, so I don't remember. But when I found out that it was leaving Netflix, I was so disappointed because I do have the DVDs, but I don't have a DVD player in my apartment.
Right.
Oh, but I have a PlayStation now.
But
But I want to watch it like every night,
But-
and
Yeah.
I always watch it every night.
Same.
yeah. Well, besides there being other newer, better comedies out there, I will say with Friends, though it's of course
It's not about that though. People who like Friends know it's about
Of course.
nostalgia.
Well, you have to guys get ready though, because
yes,
all of
yes, nostalgia.
Yes.
the 6 white people having coffee, all of those shows will be leaving Netflix though. So any show that's not owned by Netflix, which is basically any sitcom you watch on Netflix, will be leaving because
Yes.
the studios, which Warner Brothers owns Netflix, is creating their own streaming service because basically the studios allowed Netflix to become a monster, and now the monster's eating all of them. So
Yes.
Warner Brothers, Disney are now creating their own services. That's why all the Marvel shows are getting canceled, why all ABC shows are getting pulled.
HGTV.
Yeah, so while Friends, any Warner Brothers show is going to get pulled off and put on the other streaming service because these studios, these large networks want to now pull people away from Netflix to the services.
Wait, even like shows like BBC?
Well, that will
it's different,
depend on the licensing agreement that Friends has with BBC.
This is
'cause it's
making the
different.
conversation boring.
No, but that's
This is the business
context.
He's
argument
adding the
of it.
context that Netflix
Okay.
wants
Right, it's
original.
not gonna be there
The short of
forever.
that is that Netflix is making their own original content, and they
Yeah.
want to force you to watch that. That's the long and short
No,
of
they
it.
don't want to force you. It's just that every other studio is now competing with Netflix.
Right.
And so, so Friends gets licensed. So what I think happened, because I did a meeting at Warner Brothers recently, actually, and they were like, "Oh, Friends comes up next year,"
Yeah.
and so they told me it was coming off Netflix.
Right.
I think Netflix pulled out a checkbook yesterday
100%.
Oh,
and
they
was
had
like,
to, yeah.
"All right, how many billions of dollars do
Well,
we need to pay?"
the original
I
agreement
think
was
it
$1
was-
million per episode, so that's like $200-300 million. So they must have upped that.
Do you think they did it in a day, like because
No,
of the
no,
uproar?
I think it was a publicity stunt
Oh.
yesterday during the day,
Oh.
but they already
They'd already-
renegotiated with
yeah.
them.
Had
But
the
yesterday,
armadillo
I mean,
part
they knew people would freak out.
Right.
And then
I
within
hope
5
we
hours,
won't, like, miss out on new original content because they had to pay such a big check for Friends.
they won't.
They have
don't
so
worry.
much
Netflix
money.
has
They have a-
$8 billion.
They have so much
Yeah, don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
ever want anything to happen to Netflix, you know?
It's gonna be fine.
I just hope in the apocalypse there's still like a tiny box where we can watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't love a lot of their original content. I still think
Yeah.
they're struggling with production value on a lot of things, and so it's hard for me to watch.
Like what?
There's just so many original things I try to watch. And movies specifically, the movies are kind of just like
They're
not
figuring out movies
Yeah, they're
still.
figuring out the
Yeah.
content,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like I still need my friends until they figure out.
Right. Well, I think, you know, they had Big Mouth, I really love. It's
Oh,
an
I love Big
animated
Mouth.
comedy, so that's really funny. Nick Kroll did that. They have this show called The Last Kingdom. It's like a medieval. If you like Game of Thrones, you'd like it. That's them trying to move into like action adventure style
Yeah.
stuff.
They have a movie coming out called Mowgli, which is about the Jungle Book character,
Oh,
owned by
yeah.
Disney though. So
interesting.
this is kind of like
Right.
like putting it to Disney because they literally took the character,
Right.
which I thought had IP protection, and they're making a whole live action film about it. So
Well, but the Jungle Book though, is that maybe they
Disney.
but they own the book though.
the Jungle Book, yes, but like the Mowgli was the boy in Jungle Book,
Right.
and so they're basically
Taking-
extracting that character and putting him into a whole new
Interesting.
IP.
I'm excited for the Disney streaming service.
I'm just really hoping that they put Joey on Netflix.
Joey. The one season spin-off, Joey, yeah. Mhm.
You're
That was the
misbehaving.
I'm sure Warner Brothers will give
I'm being bad.
Warner Brothers will give
It's like an
Netflix
add-on,
Joey. Like,
yeah.
you can have
I
Joey.
never
Here
saw
you go.
that.
I just a lot of people did it.
Yeah, that's why I got
Yeah.
canceled.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a burn.
But thinking
Did
other-
you watch it?
I did actually at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
She has a Joey tattoo. Do you guys know
Is
that?
he your favorite friend?
No, my favorite friend is definitely Phoebe, hands down.
Same.
Really?
Oh my God,
What
yeah.
about Chandler?
No.
Ew, is
Chandler?
that what you
He's your
like?
favorite?
He's funny.
Chandler Bong?
You don't have to go here.
Chandler Bing.
I love
Phoebe is so off and amazing, and like the songs that she plays, one that she's like,
Smell like
it
it.
wasn't just that she was fat, the woman smelled like garbage, and
Yeah.
they like made that into a song and put it on TV. I was like, this is hilarious.
You know who's funnier? Karen Walker from Will and Grace. That's what I think.
We're not
is funnier.
talking about.
Not about that. Why are you trying to pit everything against friends? You have a problem with friends.
Who are your favorite characters?
You know what? I actually like really identify obviously as a Chandler in my head. So when you guys, this is how crazy I am.
See?
When you guys hated on Chandler just then, I was like, they hate you. They hate you.
Oh my God.
See?
Now you know
Oh,
they
I'm
like
with you in
Chandler.
the
What are you
Chandler
talking
club.
about?
Don't worry.
That's how
3
sick,
against 2.
my mind is.
Yeah.
I kind of do like Monica though.
Yeah.
The
I
neurotic,
love
the OCD,
Monica.
the
Yeah.
cooking, and that I was like, I love that. 'Cause I actually would love to be with a Monica. Like takes care of everything really clean and she cooks. Great.
This is how good Friends is that 20 years after its release, we're sitting here at the table going, oh, I love Monica, a character who's like 2 decades old.
Yeah.
You
Just
love
saying.
Friends so much, Allie. I love it.
I really do. It was
I'm
my
the
bat
same.
mitzvah theme.
Aw.
You what?
It
Oh.
was my bat mitzvah theme.
Aww.
I gave out sweatshirts that said, how you doing?
Aw.
That's amazing. Wait, we need
Wow.
to bring up photos
I
of
would
that
love
next
photo
time.
proof of
Yeah,
that.
photo proof, please.
Yeah, while you work on that, I think it's time to move on to our guest. Trinitee Stokes is best known for her role as Judy Cooper, the sarcastic and precocious humanoid robot from Disney's hit show Casey Undercover. Now with her first book, Bold and Blessed, How to Stay True to Yourself and Stand Out from the Crowd, Trinitee is sharing her story to encourage other kids with big dreams. Please put up your hands together for Trinitee Stokes. One of those days I cannot read.
So nice to meet you. I'm Lucas.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Allie.
Hello, I'm Brit. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Trinitee, how are you? Can I say you are working this dress?
Yeah, you
You
totally
look
are.
so amazing.
Those are alligators on your
Yes.
ears? So
Crocodile.
cute.
Crocodiles.
I love it.
Very
Oh,
different.
I'm sorry. Closing time is coming for you, bro. Watch out.
I can never hear that song again. You know that song, Closing Time?
I feel like I'm in the middle of a feud.
We'll tell you that.
You are. You're in a hot seat right now.
Yeah.
So you've gone from Disney now to being an author,
Yes.
which is so amazing. First, congrats on the book.
Yes.
That's such an amazing feat and so impressive. So what made you want to write a book?
Well, what inspired me to write my book, Bold and Blessed, is I've gone through some amazing things in my life, and I want to be able to inspire others and allow other people to be able to live a bold life and just go through life unapologetically and be able to just stand out from the crowd and be unique and feel comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah, so who did you write this book for specifically, and what do you kind of hope that they can take from it?
I wrote my book for all my fans out there, for anyone who is different, anyone who's like me and they stand out from the crowd and they're unique and they might seem like the oddball. I just want them to know that there's someone out there who is like them as well.
You have a bunch of oddballs.
Yeah.
Right here, so we love this book
I
already.
can tell Lucas is like, I
I'm like,
feel seen.
I feel seen right now. I'm gonna read this book.
Bold and Blessed. What do you think people are going to learn about you that they might not have known before?
What people might not know about me is at the end of each chapter there is some fan Q&A, so I answer some fan questions, and I also list like some of my favorite things, some of my not so favorite things.
Can you give us any spoiler alerts?
Yes, so one of my favorite things is shoes.
Yes.
Shoes make
Any
the outfit.
particular kind?
I like red bottoms, not allowed to wear them yet. They're off limits for some reason. I don't know
you need
why.
to break the rules.
I know.
You're bold and blessed.
See?
Yeah.
Her mom's like, No.
You know, that's exactly her.
I can see your mom in the back, like, nice try.
Right, so that's my goal when I turn 16. I'm gonna buy me a pair.
Yeah.
Christian Louboutin red bottoms.
I was not thinking about that when I was turning, but I love that I think you're like a wise beyond your years. You already wrote a book.
Yeah.
What was that writing process like for you?
The writing process was very exciting. Each chapter was different, and we had to write bullet points and kind of elaborate on each story. It was really exciting. During one of our family vacations, we were on the beach writing pages for the book.
How long did it
Yeah.
take?
I started in October. It was finished, like the final copy was in like February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then
quick,
it
I
took a
feel like.
minute to submit the pictures, which was the hardest part.
Why?
The pictures.
picking them
we
out?
have so many pictures.
Yeah.
Like we like compile pictures and make photo albums. So we have like tons and tons and tons of pictures. So narrowing them down to like 8 pages of pictures was like,
Yeah.
I bet your fans will love that, though.
yeah, I think that's something that I look forward for my fans to see, because I get a lot of questions about my family and my friends, which I share a lot of in my book, how important my family and my friends are to me, and I give a little sneak peek.
Love it. I love it.
So I want to know, how did you get started at Disney?
Kind of just like any other role. I came out and I auditioned for it. It was really fun. As soon as I saw the script, I was like, this one is for me. After going through a little bit of rejection when I first moved here, I was like, okay, this one is for me. I could just feel the connection to the character. So I auditioned. I think it was 3 or 4 rounds of the auditioning process, and then I started in August.
Yay! And you were the host of Disney Quizney, right?
Yes.
The quiz app like HQ.
Wow.
Tell us about that.
Disney Quizney was so fun. It was Disney trivia, and each person, the top 10 players, they could win a $100 cash prize. It was really fun.
Do you know everything about Disney now?
You know, some of the questions I didn't know.
Really? But now you do.
Right. I would get there in the morning, and they would quiz me on the questions, and I was like,
Really?
I don't know this.
Is there an amazing is there like an amazing Disney stat that you know that no one else knows?
That every Disney movie has an Easter egg.
Oh yeah, like The Lion King and
Like everything.
Aladdin.
Like,
The Little Mermaid. I know
was
that
like,
one. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking
No.
about, Brit?
Well, there's like
the
some
clouds,
like there's
Lion
some
King.
yeah,
Yeah,
adult-oriented Easter eggs
Yeah,
in
yeah,
some
yeah.
of the Disney movies,
Is that what
right?
you said?
Yeah, I think
Or do you
so.
mean a different Easter egg?
Okay, I don't know what Easter egg was
Yeah,
that.
I thought she meant, I think
She's
she meant
young.
something different.
Earmuffs.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just Google it. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think that I went to a Disneyland tour and I learned that the Mickey Mouse character at the park has to be exactly 5'1", because the costume will only fit someone that's 5'1".
Oh my God, that's
Yeah, I did learn that everyone
Al,
has
you got
to
yourself
be
a job.
I'm 5'1". I'm 5'1 3/4.
Oh,
That's how I am. I'm like,
You could be Mickey Mouse too.
I'm 4'8" and I'm 3/4.
But you're still growing.
I've been 4'8" and
Yeah, I'm
3/4.
not. I'm 30.
I've been 4'8" and 3/4 for like this whole year. I'm like, just so.
you'll grow.
Yeah, you are.
Come on.
But if you don't, it's chill.
you know,
It's chill.
And you
down
know what?
here.
You get those Louboutins, and you'll be like 3 inches taller. You know
Boom.
what I'm
There
saying?
you go.
That's-
Your mom
That's
just peeked from the back
answer.
door and she's like, no.
That's funny. You've also released your own singles, Win Now and Miss Me.
Yes.
Will you tell us about Miss Me and the message behind it?
The message behind Miss Me was to tell anyone in your life who is not supportive of your dreams, or anyone who is not encouraging you and they're kind of toxic in your life, to tell them to miss you. Goodbye. I'm moving on.
Love
You
it.
know,
I'm gonna
great.
say people now.
Damn.
Miss me.
I literally do that to people all the time. I'm like, miss me, and they're like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah.
That is empowering.
Yeah.
Speaking of empowering, you also were the keynote speaker for the Young African American Women's Conference. And what did that feel like, empowering a room filled with people?
It was so incredible. It was my very first time being a keynote speaker and just being in the room with all those amazing young women and being able to pour into them and empower them. It was an amazing feeling for me to feel because I knew that what I was saying was going to impact and affect their lives forever. So it was amazing that I was able to just leave that mark on their lives.
That's so awesome. That really is.
You're also a fashion designer, right?
Yes.
So can you just tell us about how that started to happen?
I feel like I haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah, we're a bunch of old losers.
I don't know. It just kind of happened. Like when I was little, I think I was like on my 4th or 5th birthday party. It was like a farm birthday party, and we went to the store and we were trying to find overalls, and I was like, this is so ugly, it's not working for me. So we got a basic overall, and my dad and I, we got like cow patches and diamonds and rhinestones, and ever since then, we've just been going haywire. So now we have capes and ball gowns and tracksuits and
You got everything.
everything.
That's a cool dad.
But you.
He's awesome, actually. Shout out to my dad.
Dad.
What's up, Dad?
We love the dads.
Your
He's
mom's
like-
looking like, no shout out for me.
He's like, shout out to mom too, you know?
Shout out, Mom.
My parents are awesome.
I mean, to raise you.
Yeah.
What did they feed you when you were younger?
I think just like regular milk.
Are you
Veggie
sure?
success.
Yeah, you know,
Veggie
if that was on an aisle, I do believe I
Oh
would.
yeah, aisle 5, get some success.
You started performing, I read, at age 3, right?
Yeah.
Which is incredible. I think, was that a church with your mom?
Yes, my mom is a writer, so it was one of her theater plays, and she wrote a role in for me, and I just stole the show. So at 3, was stealing the show at this play, and I was so excited, and I was like, okay, this is what I want to do, and I share about my journey more in the book, which is
So you always want to be an actress, basically?
always.
Yeah.
Always wanted to be an actress. That's always been my thing. But as I've grown up, I've kind of wanted to dabble in a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Yeah.
So.
And you inspire so many children and adults. I'm inspired by you, and I'm double your age. But who are your heroes in your life? Who do you look to and be like, I want to be like them, or get inspiration from?
Yeah, I definitely look up to my mom. My mom is amazing. She has accomplished so many things in her life, and she's awesome because I can look up to her, and she shows me how to be a great young woman, and the things that are appropriate for me, and she's just a perfect role model. And entertainment-wise, I definitely look up to Viola Davis.
Yes.
Love her.
Awesome. Definitely awesome. She has like the best tears. Like
Oh my God.
She cries out of her nose.
I could watch
Really?
her cry
she
forever.
does.
It's amazing.
It's really sad. It's like,
Yeah, she gets your heart. Another great actress too, Angela Bassett,
Yes.
wrote your foreword on your book,
Yes.
right? How did that come
That
to
is
be? We love Angela Bassett.
yeah, she's
Another Black
awesome.
Panther woman, the queen of Wakanda.
Yes, Miss Angela Bassett, I look up to her so much. She's amazing. I love her commitment to her craft and also her commitment to fitness, and she's just an amazing person. She's very well-rounded, and I thought that she would be a perfect person to write the foreword for my book because she's
And we've established you're an actress, you're a singer, you're a fashion designer. We are all lazy slobs compared to you. What do you want to do next? Like, what's your next thing that you haven't yet tackled that you think you want to do?
Earlier this year, it was releasing the book, which is here now.
Which is here.
So it's like,
Yeah.
what next? So the next thing up for me, hopefully, is my very own show. And after that, I have no idea. One
Huge
task
fans.
at a time.
Yeah, you've got a lot of time. Don't worry about
You've
it.
got a ton of time, and what you're doing, it's been so fun for us to chat with you today. So much,
Thank
thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
And shout out to your parents. We love
Yes.
them. Please come back and visit us again soon.
Yes.
And you can pick up a copy of your own book, Bold and Blessed, today, wherever books are sold. That's all from us. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same table.
Woo!